Okay, welcome back, Leo. This is going to be your monthly reading for the month of August, just to kind of help you get through the month of August and what you need to be prepared for. Keep in mind that this is a general reading, so it may or may not resonate with you. Hopefully it still helps you though, but if you would like your own personal reading, just let me know. So our first card is going to be the Moon card. And this is basically going to be your emotional world, your intuition, and your like subconscious. So here we have the Wheel of Fortune. All right, Leo, the Wheel of Fortune in the Moon position is really showing like a deep emotional shift and karmic movement. So internally, you're going to be going through a significant cycle, one that may feel outside of your control, but it's going to kind of guide you towards emotional evolution. Okay. So the Wheel of Fortune, like the wheel is turning and there's nothing you can do about it. You can try to stop it all you want, but you know, just like the world moves, so does the wheel. Okay. So you may find yourself intuitively like feeling that things are changing, or you may not, but your soul is really learning how to adapt to the unexpected without resisting. So the main message here, Leo, is trust the tides of your heart. Change is really the emotional medicine for your soul, and that it needs right now, okay? Our next card is our Mercury card, and that's going to be like your communication, your thinking, and your mental clarity. So let's see what we have. Ooh, we got the Sun. Very positive card. Always love to see it in a spread. So the sun shines brightly, right? And your thoughts are going to become clear and your communication's really going to be radiant and your voice is going to be very powerful right now. So you are fully aligned with expressing your truth, your warmth, and authenticity. I don't know why I can never say that word. So this card really confirms that your ideas do have impact, Leo, and your present naturally uplifts others when you speak from the heart. Okay, so just keep in mind, Leo, for the month of August, that your words can inspire people, and speak boldly, and your mind is your greatest gift right now. Okay, so let's move on to our next card, which is our Venus card, and that's going to be your love life, relationship dynamics, core values. What do we got? Okay, so here we have the Five of Swords in reverse. So basically, the fact that this card is in reverse is saying that you have that desire, Leo, to move beyond conflict, especially in love or your close relationships. You might be seeking a resolution, closure, or like a peace after like a tension or misunderstanding. So something's happened or something's going to happen if it hasn't happened in the month of August that is going to cause you that, you know, maybe some tension, or there might be a misunderstanding somewhere, and you're going to seek that resolution and that closure. Okay. And with this, there's going to be like a shift in your values. It's going to be away from like pride or control and toward like harmony. All right. So basically this card is saying, Leo, lay down your armor in love, and peace is more powerful than being right at the end of the day. Okay. And our next card is our Sun card, and this is going to be your identity and your ego card, basically. Let's see what we got. Okay, so we have the Death in reverse. I know a lot of people fear seeing this card in their spread, but it doesn't mean that, you know, someone's going to die or anything like that. So let's just get that out there right out of the way. Basically, this card reversed in the Sun position, that's the position that this card is in now, it's really revealing that you're resisting necessary transformation. Death is a transformation card. You must let go of something in order to become something else, right? In order to grow. So there's something in your identity, your lifestyle, or a way of being that really needs to let go, but you're clinging to the familiar out of fear. This is a Leo identity crisis in the best way. Like, you're really being asked to shed the old skin so the next version of yourself can emerge. So the main message here, Leo, is stop fearing the fall. It's actually a rise in disguise. So release the version of you that no longer burns brightly, and you can, move on and grow from there. So let's see what our next card is. So the next card is our Mars card, which is going to be your energy, your drive, and how you respond to challenges. Okay, so here we have the Nine of Swords. So the Nine of Swords is really showing that mentally and energetically, you may be pushing yourself a little too hard here. This card is really like a stress and anxiety card. So something happened, and it might be with someone that you're close to, Leo, that might be causing this. But the Nine of Swords is really showing that, that the stress, anxiety, or regret are really draining your willpower here. You could be acting from a place of fear or inner pressure rather than your bold confidence, which the Sun says that you really need to do. You have that confidence, Leo. So let it show, okay? So Mars here is suggesting that your flight or flight response is really high right now, and that it's time to pause and tend to your nervous system, okay? So Leo, in a nutshell, not every battle must be fought here. Right now is the time to choose rest over reaction, and true strength is grounded. It's not frantic, okay? So let's see. So our next card is our Jupiter card, and this is your growth and expansion card. So let's see what we have. Okay, so here we have the Four of Swords in reverse. And this card's basically saying, Leo, that your growth is really trying to happen, but your spirit might be restless. And we see that. We see that anxiety here. Like, there's a lot of change going on, and you might be fighting it a little bit. And you're kind of refusing to slow down long enough to interpret these lessons. And Jupiter is offering you peace, healing, and insight, but you're likely avoiding the stillness required to receive it. So you expand when you stop doing and start listening. So the main message here, Leo, is that growth isn't going to come through your burnout. Rest is your bridge to spiritual expansion. Like, you want to move on and you want to grow, but you need to kind of take a break here. And it is okay to take a break. So our next card is our Saturn card, and this is going to be like your limitations, your karma, and like your lessons. Okay, and here we have the Devil in reverse, another card that people hate to see, Leo. You got two of them. Well, actually, there's a lot of them here. Some of these swords cards people don't like to see either. But this is basically a karma card, okay, for you. The fact that the Devil is in reverse, you're really being offered the chance to free yourself from these toxic patterns. And that's whether it's an attachment, addiction, maybe a codependency, or maybe even like a fear-based behavior that you might have. So Saturn is showing you that the chains were never locked here, and the key has always been in your hand, but the choice to walk away is yours. So basically, a lot of people fear the Devil card and the Death card, but the Death card's all about transformation and letting your old life go so you can start new. And the Devil card is basically saying that you're either hiding yourself, or you feel like you're locked in, but you're not, that you are free to go. So basically, this card is saying, Leo, you are ready to break free, and liberation is a responsibility, but you got to take control of in your own hands, okay? So Leo, now that I kind of have all the cards here, I know you have a couple cards in here that a lot of people fear to see, but it doesn't mean that this is a bad month for you coming up in August, especially when it's your birthday month, more than likely, right? So this really is a transformational reading. It's really a call for you to let go, to rest, and then to rise. Okay, Leo, you're facing inner resistance, and emotional shifts. And there's a mental emotional pressure, but there's also immense light and power in your voice and mind, okay? You're really on the cusp of a breakthrough here, but you really must release that old and then reclaim your energy and surrender change. All right, Leo, let me know if that resonates with you or not, and I really do hope that this helps you. Like I said, just because you have some cards in there that people fear doesn't mean it's bad. It's really saying that, you can break free. It's there. And just be bold. That Sun card's there kind of telling you that this is a positive change. All right, so best of luck, Leo, and until next time.